are driven by the finer things. I see more than materials and wealth. What have you got to give to me? What I don't already give myself. You are driven by the...
Oh, Sydney here. Welcome to a brand new episode of Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER, and I sincerely hope that you are finding fresh, new, inventive ways to illuminate your own life. Welcome. I know, today I'm looking like a big old pink marshmallow. I do actually like pink and people say it's my colour, so I am experimenting more with pink. To be fair with you, I want to get to a situation where I dye my hair more brighter colours. I'm thinking to myself, if I can get like 1,000 subscribers, then my tips are going to go a different colour. I feel it's going to be a bright pastel colour. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section what colours will suit me. It can be purple, yellow, green, I don't know what it is, but 1,000 subscribers, I'll likely do it. But you know what, now that it's enshrined on Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER, so I have to take accountability for it. Just remind me, let me know. But 1K subscribers, baby, we're gonna be dying the tips. So yes, what can I talk about? My week has been quite profound, I would say. Like, there's opportunities coming left, right, and center, and there's more job opportunities that's coming to me. There's a new role that I'm gonna be having a meeting for as a director later on this day. And I literally just finished working about half an hour ago while I was speaking to 15 different people about improving their mental health through confidence. So next following episodes, I'm going to be talking about confidence and how I found confidence. I used to be this person in the past. I couldn't talk to women, I'll be honest with you. I couldn't. One woman, I'd be like, yeah. But if there was 2 women, I'll be silent. And I had to change my whole mindset by doing specific things over the course of a while, but keeping a consistency to be the person you see before me. Now, bring on 50 women, 100 women, bring on 1,000 people. I'm gonna make each person laugh in their own specific way. So yeah, just get that energy, get that confidence, and just learn. I'm here to teach, I'm here to inspire, I'm here to make sure that people grow. So if there's anything you want me to talk about, please put in the comment section. And while you do that, as you're scrolling down, just click on the like, click on the subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notifications so you can see when my next video comes out. Thank you so much. Currently, at this moment of time, I'm just putting a lot of videos out there. Every Tuesday, there's a new episode coming out. And I'm just making sure that by the time it gets to June, July, there's going to be episodes that go on until the end of the year. So by the time we get to summer, there's going to be 2-3 episodes a week. And it's going to be beautiful. You're going to get a lot more illumination, not from outside, but also inside on your mobile phones, watching me on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get to what we're talking about. Let's get to the bread and butter, shall we? Stoicism. The beautiful word of Stoicism comes from ancient Greece. And what's beautiful is a lot of the people who believed in Stoicism saw a profound change in the way that the world should be held, the world should be run, the world should be admired. And there was a few simple rules that got me involved with Stoicism. We learned so much about Stoicism, but we don't necessarily know that it's Stoicism. So I'm not going to go deep into what Stoicism is. Sorry, I can't even say the word properly, but I'm not going to go deep into what it is. But I'm just going to talk about some of the things that I found from Stoicism, which helps me on an everyday basis become a better, involved version of myself. And from there, I use other tools like manifestation and law of attraction to get my goals and dreams achieved. So the first one I wanted to go on to was focus on the things you can control. We spend so much time in a constant state of sadness, low vibrations, oscillations of. It's because we focus mainly on the things that we can't control. There's only specific things in this lifetime that we can control. But there's so much things that are just out of our way. I was speaking to someone a couple of months ago and they were so upset because there was so much war and rampage going on. And I had to say, it's a horrible thing that we're doing. But you have two options here. You can let all of this stress you out even though you can't do anything about it, then you lose your health. Or you can find a way to help these people who are in war-torn areas become better. Something you can't control, therefore you can change it to something you can control. But putting all your focus on things that can't be changed, it just gives you a sense that you can't adapt and overcome within yourself. So make sure that you focus your energy on the things you can control. And the things you can't control, come back to those things, but just make sure that you use paper, use pen, you write down the differences between the two. If you can't control it, leave it as is. Just keep it in your mind, but just know that there's nothing you can do about it at the present moment, and find peace within that. The next one is take action and lead by example. I don't want to make Illuminated disclaimer just to say, oh yeah, try all these things and I'm doing something completely different. I am using Illuminated disclaimer as a platform to talk about my own personal journey. I want to share what I have learned, and I want to share what has worked for me over the last few years. But I'm not doing this page just to say, I'll do X, Y, and Z and then I'm doing something completely different. I want you all to win, the same way I want myself to win. This is why I like bringing out so many episodes, because I am just talking purely from experience. Just about all the episodes I've done comes from my learned experiences. What's the point of me looking at a YouTube page or other documentation that is not me and try to relive that person? And that's what you need to do. Own your stuff, own what you're doing, own who you want to become. Lead by example. People will be following you, whether it's family members or just people around. There'll be a position where they need to see your power, and have you got the power in abundance? Lead like you are the manager of your own supermarket. That's the kind of energy you need to have, yeah? Third one, put aside your ego. Very difficult, we live in an egotistical world. But when we lead by ego, we start to see a lot of things. For example, comparisons. We need to have all these specific items. We focus on the materialistic goods. We become judgmental, we become gossipy. Throw all that away, throw that aside. I don't know who a lot of you people are who are watching it, but I appreciate you all the same, because we are all one. We are all a solitary being which is linked to a higher being. And I can't just look at people and doubt them. I can't look at people and be disgusted by them. I can't be looking at people and being abhorrent by them. I have friends and family. I don't want to say, oh, they've done this wrong and they've done that right. They're just souls living a human experience. What is wrong and what is right? What we know is we're here to help other people get to their best good, to make the world spin more in a positive and healthy direction. So we can't be here showing negativity and sharing our ego and making people feel bad for themselves for things they don't have control of, or the power. We have to make sure that we empower everybody, and a huge chunk of that involves making sure that you reduce slowly your ego. Come from a higher place, live from a place of peace, interact with people, make their day. That's what you do, and that's what Stoicism teaches us. I keep on saying Stoicism, or is it Stoicism? Anyways, it doesn't even matter, does it? So, practice resilience when faced with failure. We are all destined to fail. We are all destined to fail. That's a sad truth. What we fail at varies from person to person, doesn't it? I can fail at playing a game. I can fail at getting a job. There's no ups or downs, but what we get from failure is so important. You need to realize that everybody fails. But what are you doing once you've fallen over? Are you getting back up, or are you calling it quits? With resilience, you realize that everything is a teacher. I'll repeat that. You realize that everything is a teacher. Yeah? Let me get a little closer. When you see everything as a teacher, then you realize there is no such thing as true failure. You just see things as learning curves. You learn how to become a better person. You learn how to be more strong. You learn how to be at one with your convictions. You learn so much things when you practice the simple art of resilience. No matter what, you are on this path. So the less doubt you have in yourself, the easier failure will be. Now I'm at this point where in the past I used to be, failure. I didn't try a lot of things because of the fear of failure. Now I'm like, bring on failure. Let me learn something. Let's learn. Let's grow. I can know everything in the world and still not know anything at all. And we just need to make sure we're in that mindset that no matter what happens to us, we rise, we smile. Okay? And also, I want to say, with Stoicism, make sure that you use a lot of empathy and understanding. Currently, there's a lot of people suffering right now. They need people to speak to them. They need more love. They need more energy. They need that positivity. They just need that positivity. We need to make sure that if our fallen brothers or sisters are struggling for help, that we are the people who are helping them. So we need to look after each other. We need to make sure that everybody has equal rights to do whatever they want to do. Get away, just eliminate the ego. Don't see it as a competition. Don't say to someone you can't get a job here because that might encroach on your job. Everybody needs to win in their own way. The fact of the matter is, so many people in this world have a job that they don't enjoy. Yeah? A lot of people are doing the things that don't make them happy. It's our jobs for the people who are more aware to help the other people slowly transition into the jobs that they want to do. Because if everybody was doing the job they wanted to do, not only will the world be a better place, the world will be a much happier place. Everyone will be happy. So we need to make sure that we actively show compassion and love and help people with assistance and guidance whenever they require it. Sorry, I realize I don't take a lot of breaths, so I'm just looking at my water bottle like, oh my gosh, you looking good right now. Eliminate your toxic emotions. I just had to go straight into that. Eliminate your toxic emotions. I'm not saying eliminate it completely. We need a duality. You need to make sure that the effects from your negative emotions don't overpower you as a person. We need to get the zen, we need to get the balance. So appreciate those traits of you, but just know that that toxicity will damage you and everybody around you. Anger, for example, pride, blame, all these things, we need to actually see the damage that they're doing. Can you be in a relationship and actually just be like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, I'm jealous that you're doing that? We shouldn't be in that mindset. At the end of the day, look inwards and see the non-toxic, the healthy parts of you. If you feel jealous because your partner's getting attention, just think to yourself, to be honest with you, like, I'm quite a beautiful person myself. I've got a lot to offer to the table. So if I'm looking at this person being taken away from me and seeing all that jealousy, look at the beauty that you have within yourself. I used to be a jealous person, a completely jealous person. Like, ask some of my exes. Used to be so jealous. To the point where I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you not there? I used to say all these things. And then it came to a point where I was in my mid-20s and I was like, I can't live like that anymore. It's horrible. Everyone around it is just being hurt, emotionally, mentally. And I need to change that mindset because I realized that after all that jealousy, it was just a scared little man. A scared little man who thought that I was going to lose everything. I had low self-esteem, I had low confidence issues. And this is why we need to drop the ego and be compassionate. Because a lot of people who are jealous because they feel inferior to other people. A lot of people act a certain way in a toxic way, but most of these things come from their past, probably even their childhood. So we need to show more compassion. We can't just say this person's jealous, bin them off. You actually need to understand more of a worldview so we can help this person to find inner peace. And the final thing I wanted to add was just stop doing the blame, the gossip, just the negative talk around behind people's backs. Every negative word you say around someone, it affects the world in the wrong way. You blame something you blame someone for something that you've done, but you don't want to shoulder the burden yourself, so you blame someone else. So you're holding that blame, you're holding things from a negative perspective, from a negative vibration. The oscillation is wrong. You need to change that frequency. If you do something wrong, own it. It's powers. That is powerful. If you do something wrong, own it. I used to run, I used to lie. I realized the only person I was helping with my lie was nobody. No one wins from a lie eventually. At the beginning, yeah, people can win from lies, but eventually you need to hold that lie, you need to harness that lie. You might as well just be truthful. And when I say truthful, if you've done something wrong, just own up and just say, look, it's me. I know, like, as a black man, I shouldn't be owning my stuff. I need to be on top of my game. You know what I mean? But it's damaging, it's toxic, and it's anti-stoic, if I say so myself. Now I've done something wrong, I'll just be like, wow. And I learn from the process, and I understand people in the process, and I have a kinship with that person in the process. So think about how much power you can get in yourself when you get that blame and you get that gossip and you get that negative self-talk out of you. Imagine this. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. Jesus said that. The ancient Greeks said that. Many different, countless others in many different, countless cultures said the same thing as well. Just treat yourself in a positive way. Treat others the way you want to be treated, which is in a positive way. And start harnessing that love for yourself and start bringing that love to other people. The environment will change. Your circumstances will change. Your area will change. Your family will change. Everyone around you will change. Everything around you will change. But you need to start from the mindset. So, those are some of the golden rules that I've learned from Stoicism. And quite frankly, start from doing Stoicism, I realized that I felt love within myself that I never felt before. And I felt more compelled to help people, or at least put the feelers out there. And I also learned important things, such as the fact that now I give money to people, I don't expect that money back. When I start throwing away the ego and actually think about the genuine good in this earth, blessings, everything just came to me. Everything that I wanted come to me in abundance. And it came for you as well. So my parting words is, please like and subscribe. Please comment if you have any ideas for future episodes, please let me know. But keep on finding the light to illuminate your path.